TV. And now it's time for this Friday morning session of Children's GBC with George Buxton, as he gets to present 5 programmes yet again.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Children's GBC on a Friday morning. Well, I'm so honoured to be here again. Now, because the first programme to begin with is The New Adventures of the Shoe People, and today's episode is called Sid's Barrow.
It's the eve of the annual Shoetown Flower Show.
Oh dear. Oh, that's a good one. Digging green stuff. Oh.
Shoe people. Shoe people. Shoe people.
And that was The New Adventures of the Shoe People. So it turns out that Sid's Barrow is the biggest. But I'm so glad it won the prize. But anyways, the next one now is Fourways Farm, and today's episode is called Changes. And I wonder what sort of changes can they make by this time. Let's find out.
Oh, the wind blows east and the wind blows west on Fourways Farm. The animals all have had their rest on Fourways Farm. The animals wake up one by one and say hello to the morning sun. Work to do and jobs to be done on Fourways Farm.
Morning, Davenport.
Red rats on Fourways Farm.
And that was Fourways Farm. Well, mind you, yeah, sometimes we all have to cope with changes sometimes, especially for our farm animals. Oh, and just to give you a heads up for next week, now, because that we're on Friday morning at the moment, because we have 2 more episodes to get through, that's until we get to the last ever episode of Fourways Farm next Friday morning. So that's where the Fourways Farm series bows out. So make sure you do not miss it for next Friday morning as well as next Tuesday. So back to today. Here's Playdays, and today's episode takes place at the 10th stop again, and this time it's called Dorothy and the Dolphins. Very weird tale, but anyways, enjoy the episode and you'll soon find out why.
It's a play bus! But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop. Stop! It's the 10th stop.
Hello, and welcome to the play tent.
Hello!
Phew! Oh, we'll be back again with another story next week. Bye!
Bye.
was Playdays. Well, I'm so glad that was a tale of Dorothy and the dolphins. So yeah, the dolphin plushies, they were very used up for that particular story. So anyways, now the next program now is Super Mario World. And today's episode is called Party Line, in which today the cave world really need their telephones, because otherwise that would have been the very first telephones, but that was before telephones were invented by none other than Alexander Graham Bell. Well, obviously Super Mario and his friends are doing the same with vines. Can they sort that out? Let's find out.
Super Mario, Super Mario, Super Mario World.
Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past. It's Super Mario World, you got to move fast. Mario and Luigi are doing what they can. Yoshi and the princess are giving them a hand.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past. In Super Mario World, it's a blast.
And if you think that these fights have grown very big, but have you ever heard of a shrunken hedgehog? Well, let me tell you one thing, Sonic is next on Children's GBC.
Super Mario World. So it turns out that the vines grow so big, and even Yoshi had to eat up all the vines, so it's just to make sure that they don't invent telephones again until the future. And yes, we do have telephones now. So the next one now is the last one, is The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and today's episode is called Honey, I Shrunk the Hedgehog. That's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids film that you just see. Oh, speaking of which, after Children's GBC today, now we will have their actual film after this. So here we go with Honey, I Shrunk the Hedgehog in today's episode of Sonic. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, let me say one thing. Yeah, I didn't realise that Sonic was shrunk so easily. But anyways, that's the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And that was the last one for today. And I'm sure that we'll be back on Tuesday afternoon. And don't forget, my friend Robin here will be here later on this afternoon with more programmes. So I'll see you soon. Bye everybody. Goodbye.
Is GDV, and if you enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog, which is the title, Honey, I Shrunk the Hedgehog, well, here we go with the real deal this morning. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.